Warning: this video is intended for audiences who are 13 or older. If you are not 13 or older, please fuck off and tell your parents to moderate what you watch online.
All right, I'm amazed they actually bothered to address what happened to Ichikawa. Or I think they were just gonna play it off and just completely ignore it. Right? So, hey, it's number 1 Sentai Gozyuger episode 40. Terrified. Ribbon laughs in the haunted house. They don't. It's. I like how they also do not bother to make it a big deal. It's literally just the cold open and that's it, and then they play off the rest of the episode like that. But in reality, if you think about it, this is like some weird cosmic horror stuff, right? Ichikawa. Well, I think she's like 21-year-old detective. That means like her entire reality has just been warped by Tangosaur, her face or appearance, like everyone she has ever known and loved. Like I don't think even her sister's gonna know who she is, right? Like just her appearance being just drastically changed like this is crazy. Right? So that's actually pretty wild once you think about it like that way. Honestly, right? But yeah. So like I said, yeah. So Tangosaur just changed her appearance, and then Tangosaur says "fucks off," and that's it. That's the entire deal of how they deal with the recast of Maya Imamori, right? They don't dwell long, and that's what I really care about. Look, also they make a fucking Dawn Brothers joke, right? It's only sis, no, it's only unicorn. Ooh, you know. But yeah, by the way, this is not a Ichikawa episode. Last episode was supposed to be Ichikawa's episode, but then she got fired, so then they had to scrap all that footage and not make it a clip show instead. So it's a Ryuko episode. So then, hey, the whole world is spooky and scary. Hey, look, you know what I say. You know what they say. The best time to put a Halloween episode in December. Right? That's like, hey, that's prime marketing. That's a prime marketing area, right? Hey, look, no one expects Halloween in December. Like if you advertise that, make that's the gimmick, make that the seasonal episode. Hey, look, it's all gonna be fine. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Hoiru does not like haunted house. Everything is too spooky and scary for him, right? Hey, what is it? This little puppet dude, right? That comes out the well. Oh, fucking amazing! I love this puppet. I love this stupid little puppet guy. I don't know why. I don't know why this puppet dude is just fucking amazing. He's part of the No.1 this week, the haunted house No.1 guy. All right. I have nothing else really nothing else to do. I just love this little puppet dude. Also, it's also like this puppet guy is his own sentient being and not just like a fake puppet on his head, right? But yeah, Ichikawa loves the haunted house. Sure, I guess that's a character quirk we're gonna throw in for her. She loves haunted house. Yuko does not like this. He's like, oh hey, I'm the number 1 entertainment or whatever the fuck. Right? Fucking Takahara runs out of eggs or whatever and he becomes an old man, and then he scares people because he's a old person and young people do not like old person. Don't worry, Bouquet's here. Oh yeah, by the way, so Horu was teamed up with Ryuko, but they somehow become separated, so Rico's like, well, fuck him, but here's Bouquet instead. So, right, I'm just gonna hang out with her instead. So there you go. So now it's a Bouquet and Rico gimmick, whatever the fuck, right? That's been going on. So now they have to navigate the haunted house together, right, while fighting Bouquet. And then at some point, Ichikawa and Bakugami. I had to remember his name for a second. I keep forgetting his fucking character. Because his character is not relevant. His character is so underutilized to show that he might as well be remembered. Even though he's one of the better character in the show. And Bakugami get transformed into one. And look, they do make another Dawn Brothers joke right away. They're like, oh boy, hey, shouldn't I be the Oni? He's like, why the fuck would you be the Oni? That makes That makes no sense. You're a girl, so you should be a witch. It makes more sense for a girl to be a witch than for you, Kohaku Shida, who previously played Oni's sister in Avatar Sentai Dawn Letters. Why would you be the Oni? That makes no sense. But yeah, Ryuko gets transformed into a vampire. I don't know. But so he does like this whole idol dancing performance bit, and two skeleton dudes. I mean, not skeletons. Two mummy guys just walk up on stage, and they're just part of the show with him. I was like, oh. I was like, who are these mummies? Like, these aren't like any of the main cast dressed in a mummy outfit dancing. These are just two random mummy backup dancers. It's like the David S. Pumpkin bit with the two skeletons. They're just part of the act. They're just there. It's just real funny how I'm watching this episode, and then there's just like these two mummies that show. I was like, oh, huh. Yeah, sure. Why not? Right? Yeah, let's make this mummy part of this episode. But yeah, he says that haunted house are lame. But hey, you gotta be an idol instead. I'm way better than that, right? By the way, Ribbon was also the one that was masterminding all this stuff the entire time. But by the end of this episode, none of that is irrelevant because she just ends up fucking dying. So they finally got rid of Ribbon. Good. I don't understand her character or why she was introduced at this point in the show. Right? I guess she was just introduced to be killed off, right? Yeah, so they kill her off. Really glad, her character has done absolutely nothing in the last 3 episodes or whatever she's been introduced. So she just exists to be cannon fodder is fucking amazing. So you can kill her off. Actually, she kind of exists less to be cannon, more to be like this weird, like how they're gonna do like the big reveal that Yuko was Goju. Leon, right, and Bouquet worked for the No Ones, which in retrospect really proves how disjointed the Gozyuger are as a team because they are only work acquaintance, and even then they're really bad workers and they don't talk about their job. Like they're out. The fact that anyone ever brought a Bouquet to Rico, like, hey, by the way, one of the generals in the No One is this pink hair fucking girl with 2 guns and scythe. Better watch out for her. We have a photo of her, so we know what to look out for. But yeah, 40 episodes in, Bouquet and Ryuko learns the truth about each other. They also do a bunch of flashback to Ryuko and Bouquet's prior interaction. It occurs that they've only probably interacted like 4 times, I guess, up until like this last one, because they also use footage from this episode, which indicates how little time they actually interacted with each other, right? So it kind of makes like their whole this whole weird relation between really artificial and not that really deserving, if anything, if you think about it, due to how yeah, they've only interacted like 3 times, honestly, 3 to 4 times, honestly, up until this point, and it kind of doesn't really matter, right? Or doesn't really matter about what's going on between them. Like this whole little subplot involving them, really honestly kind of pointless if you think about it, right? Like nothing is really relevant or noteworthy about this. Not worry as it's not really relevant enough for them to be bothered with, right? But yeah, that's pretty much it for this. That's pretty much it for this week's episode, right? There's nothing really much. Like I said, the recast of Ichikawa us played off as a bit. Really glad that they played off as a bit. So that's amazing, and yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't think there's really nothing else to say about this week's episode. Like I said, I think the whole Rico Bouquet subplot has been pretty fucking boring up until this part of the show, right? Like this whole big reveal, not that dramatic, right? They've interacted like 3 to 4 times up until this moment, so it doesn't really matter, honestly. So yeah, they found out about each other. Ooh boy. All right, that's it for this week's episode. Okay, thanks. Bye.